Hantush, electronic payment reduces the cost of paper currency and supports economic transparency. In early January 2023, the Finance Committee told us this was their goal to market the electronic payment process and do it in a big way. Sounds like their goal was accomplished. I know from my CBI contact that this had to be accomplished, to conduct the project to delete the zeros. Dr. Shabibi also in 2011 told us this was an integral part of this plan to withdraw nearly 2/3 of the monetary mass in circulation, and to conduct the project to delete the zeros. Well, they are telling us now this is successful and done. Wealth Management/Redemption Center folks are on call this weekend. But, they are being told to expect a couple of long weekends in the very near future. They were specifically told to expect to work next weekend and the next few weekends after that, and to enjoy this last weekend on call because they are about to work a lot. Humanitarian projects, you know I don't believe in that. You know I'm totally against that. It is insane for you to think that somebody's going to give you a higher rate than the CBI is going to give you. That's what these humanitarian projects are guaranteeing. That's why they say, give me your dinars, we'll hold on to them, and when it happens we're going to pay you back a lot more than the CBI. Yes, I've been very enthusiastic about the dinar. Everybody that's been in the last 2 years should easily see the evidence that shows Iraq is actually following through with what they're doing, and that's the digital transformation, and that has a component in it, and one is their future currency. I'm very excited about it. What we had 2 years ago doesn't even compare to what we have today. Question: I wonder what's the ETA for IQD appearing on Forex? Marks: I may get egg on my face, but I think we may see the IQD on Forex Saturday night into Sunday morning. The American dollar, Trump is wanting maybe it should go in a basket with the Iraqi dinar. He wants it in a basket, dinar and dollar, to bring the dinar to $1. He wants other currencies in that basket to help each other, and in doing so, by helping each other in that basket, these currencies will gain security and stability, value, and internationally recognized etc. Parliamentary Energy reveals U.S. pressure to pass budget amendment law, and this is the reason. Quote, the amendment of the budget aims to address the oil dispute between Baghdad and Erbil. After the 2023 invasion of Iraq, the country's currency, the Iraqi dinar, underwent a major transformation. Before the invasion, the dinar had suffered from instability due to years of sanctions and economic mismanagement under Saddam Hussein's regime. Iraqis used US dollars. Following the fall of Saddam's government, the Coalition Provisional Authority introduced a new version of the Iraqi dinar in 2003. The transition was smooth, with Iraqis exchanging their old dinars for the new ones at a 1-to-1 ratio. While the new dinar did stabilize initially, the country's instability, corruption and conflict have made it difficult for the currency to achieve long-term strength. Like post-war Germany, Iraq's currency reform was crucial, but Iraq's recovery has been slower due to persistent instability and economic dependence on oil. There is a significant difference between Germany's recovery, which took 5 years, after World War II, and Iraq's recovery, which we are still waiting on 20 years later. After World War II, Germany's currency faced a significant crisis. The war had devastated the country's economy, leading to hyperinflation and the collapse of the Reichsmark. In 1948, 3 years after the war, the countries overseeing post-war Germany introduced a new currency, the Deutsche Mark. This new currency helped eliminate the black market and incentivize people to engage in legitimate economic activities. The currency reform is often credited with laying the groundwork for Germany's economic recovery during the 1950s. This transformation turned West Germany into one of the leading economies in Europe, demonstrating the critical role currency reform played in its post-war rebuilding. Sammy says next Tuesday the appeal will be held by the judge on the 3 laws that have been passed, several appeals saying it was unconstitutional. So the budget table set in limbo until that is cleared. We do believe once it is cleared then they can be given to Parliament for the vote that we are waiting for. Frank, Parliament is using every inch of the clip they are standing on, and soon they will have no choice but to tell you citizens the truth. There are no more choices for them except to pass these laws. Trump's storm hits OPEC and ignites fears in Baghdad from remarks given by Trump at Davos, and drill baby drill in the US, caused a drop in oil prices below $75. This will lower the cost at the pumps for us, and lower the cost of groceries soon, but Iraq is still well in the range they need for the RV. We have been looking to be notified since Tuesday. However, the latest piece of intel, which was from the person in the Treasury, that person said, everything will be taking off for all of us on Saturday, the 25th, so that is the plan, as it is now. The information said that we'll be very excited about the rates. I think the rates are going to go higher, especially on dong, and we know that they are contract on dinar, which tied to the per barrel price of oil, which was in the low 80s. That's per dinar. By the way, the contract rate is only available at the redemption center. I think we're just really ready to go. We should be excited. Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani called on Sunday on American companies to participate in the development renaissance that Iraq is witnessing, stressing that the investment environment in the country is attractive and business-friendly. Al-Sudani's media office stated in a statement received by Shafaq news agency that the latter received the head of the Iraqi American Business Council, Vice President of the American Chamber of Commerce Steve Lutz. The meeting witnessed a review of trade and cooperation relations between Iraq and the United States, and efforts to prepare for the American Companies Representatives Forum, which will be held in Iraq during this year. The implementation of 18 agreements and memoranda of understanding, which were signed during His Excellency's visit to the United States last year, was also followed up. Al-Sudani praised Lotus' efforts in sponsoring and holding forums and meetings, especially with the Iraqi private sector, stressing that the government has made significant progress in various aspects of economic reform, and digital commercial and banking transformation. He pointed out that efforts are being made to legislate the intellectual property law and introduce this concept into school curricula in order to keep pace with global commercial development. Al-Sudani explained that economic reforms have raised the level of foreign investments in Iraq, and that American companies are invited to participate in the development renaissance that Iraq is witnessing, and the attractive and business-friendly investment environment. For his part, Lotus praised the efforts of the Iraqi government in the field of reform, stressing the desire of many American companies to enter the Iraqi market, establish promising partnerships with the Iraqi private sector, and contribute to development and expansion of commercial and investment activities.